Yo. All right, let's see. This one could be good today. CLS. Looks pretty good. Thanks for taking your time and bringing us these morning. Yeah, of course. EXTR. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good, but there's no setup. ADR is a little bit low, too. 3.8. Um, don't really like this one. It's too, like, choppy looking. And there's no setup. XLV, same thing. Has a huge flag, though. This is too slow. What I got for breakfast? Nothing yet. Yeah, XLV is just like it's like trading SPY basically. Has a huge flag, but you're in on AUR. Yeah, that makes sense. Been watching since 2020? Damn. It's been a while then. I got a good feeling that today's going to be pretty boring. CLS, this could go today, though. We'll see. My vid's on the helipad. Oh, yeah. AUR is good. Eh. Yeah, it's okay. Is it volume too low on CLS? No. Not too low. URGN. Biotech. On AMP. It's a 1.67 ADR, not a 4.7. I'd avoid that. SPB, nothing. Pow. Oh. Amps. Yeah, that could be good depending on how open trades. Right now, really, the only thing I see is CLS. Any prediction on SPY at open? No. All right, we got like a minute. Not even. Let's see. This was a good setup right here, but this day was absolute shit for some reason. Just watching CLS. For the most part, I mean, I don't really see anything else that's all that interesting. This isn't bad. Just really doesn't seem like all that much is gonna happen today. So one thing you'll realize with trading, more specifically like this style of trading, is you're gonna have periods where you don't do anything. So if you look at, periods like this where we make a little bit of a rally, that's like when you have the opportunity to catch the big moves and, double your account, whatever it is. And then you sit back and you chill. You'll probably be in the markets only like half the time, if that. You don't need to be trading all the time. And you shouldn't be trading all the time. Even if you day trade. Oh shit. It's like through my mouse. Were you cruising in a Lambo yesterday? Yeah, it was. Where? And what time? Just gonna wait for Nvidia earnings. 8:23. Yeah, who knows? This thing's breaking down. Same with Apple. Apple took a big turd. It looked so strong and then just gapped down and lost those moving averages. This one's not bad. It's not really holding the 10 and 20 though, but for the weekly, yeah. Holding the weekly 10. UNH. This is a, pretty good range. That's a decent looking setup there. Made, oh, well, ADR's so low. It only made a 15% move. So this would be basically a no-go. But the setup's good. Like, big move up, goes sideways, pulls to the 10, and now the 20. Holds the 20 perfectly. Good setup, but shit setup because ADR. What strategy do I use? I should probably check some of my TikTok videos, but basically, we'll go over it real quick because there's not shit going on. And the stream will probably end up being short, so not really much to talk about. Let's just go over some basics of the strategy. So basically, what I look for is stocks that have recently made a big move up. There's quite a few setups here. Let's look at that. So stocks that have recently made a big move up and are now going sideways. So this one, for example, made a big move up right here, 17% in 2 days. Not really the best. Typically, we want to see bigger move than 17%, but sometimes that's wait 1 second. Okay. Yeah, sometimes that's just the case. But you have these stocks, go up, and they pull these moving averages. So you have the 10, 20, 50. Mainly the 10 and the 20. And when they go up, they go sideways. And then you buy them when they're making the next move up. So as they're starting to do that, then you buy it. And then, like this one, for example, is good. This made a 50% move in 1.5 months. Goes sideways, builds a tight range, pulls right to the 10, and it's just completely sideways. And then, that happened. I'm not sure what the fuck that was. Probably earnings. Not really tradable in this situation, but you can see it's building a range now. Let's try to find another one. AMD, I think, had a lot of setups. Or I can get like a good example for you. Um, hmm, not the best. Not the best either. Oh, there's not really all that many examples. Mara? Yeah, I guess. This kind of involves everything. So, okay. I guess this is a pretty good example. It's actually, yeah, okay, it works. So, here, we obviously identified a price target, right? So, we take this line, 1926, had some chop here, pulled down, bounced right there again, pulled down a little bit, bounced right there, bounced here like 10 times, and then when it made this move up, it kind of stopped right there, pulled back. So we can see that this is obviously a decent area. Then what we have is a 70% move up, goes sideways, breaks out, makes another 45% move, pulls back, and goes sideways, builds this tight range. And it breaks out on high volume. And then all you do, it's so simple. It is so, so simple. All you do is you buy this breakout, stop at low a day. You use, the 5-minute opening range highs as entry. 3 to 5 days in, you sell half or a third at close. Probably half in this scenario. You'd be up like 27%-ish. 20%, whatever. But you can see, breakout, high volume, tight range. Candles get thin, stock tightens up. Higher lows, lower highs, You know the deal. And then after you sell, a few days in, you sell a little bit of your position, move your stop loss to break even, so then you're not, you're literally not, you have no chance of losing money. The only outcome is you make money because you sold half for a third of your position and now your stop's at break even. So you sold some for a profit. The rest would sell back where you bought it at. So there's literally no chance of you losing in that scenario. And then you wait until this closes under the 10, which is right here. Then you sell the rest. Or you use the price target that we identified. So you would have got almost like 13% more out of that. which is pretty interesting. Or you can just use a 10. It's probably safer. In better markets, I would use the 10. In this market, I think using the price targets is fair. But yeah, and then just sell it right there. And then after it closes under the 10, it's either going to build another range or start going down. Which in this case, it started going down. With options, when you move to break even, if it comes down, data will make you lose a bit. Well, yeah, you don't really move your stop to break. There's no stop exactly on options. So you have to focus on price rather than contract value, because it's just too like complicated to calculate it. What did I say about EVLV? EVLV. Let's see. Yeah, I mean there really wasn't all that much here. Probably earnings, right? This day. It's tradable. Gap was enough. But if you look at the first 5-minute candle on shit. If you look at the first 5-minute candle on that day, like it's made an 8% move, 8.5% in 5 minutes. You're already above average daily range in the first 5 minutes. So you wouldn't have been able to get much size at all on that. Hmm. But I mean, on options, if your stop loss is getting hit, you're most likely going to be able to sell for pennies. Yeah, exactly. Like if you don't size with much, like you put like a quarter or 0.5%, like you can let them expire worthless. It really doesn't matter. What does low volume but strong upward trend mean? Low volume but strong uptrend. Not sure if I've really seen that. Like if it's a strong uptrend, there's gonna be volume on that. Is the setup the thinner the candles? Yeah, you want to see them tighten up before they break out. So you only look at the daily chart for setups? Yeah, there's no point to look at any other time frame really. I guess weekly. You can look at hourly too sometimes. But for the most part, the daily is going to be your focus. If there's low volume on a strong uptrend, there's probably some market manipulation in the stock is like you're right now. And I wouldn't say that. I just wouldn't consider it a leader. Because for the stocks that are going up, you want to see the ones that are going up on high volume. You don't even really need to focus on the ones that are going up on low volume. It's not going to come up on your scan. That's why we scan for the top like 2% of stocks. You don't want to see the bullshit. You want the best of the best. Are you in stock B? Any opinions on him overall? I think he's good. It's hard to like learn from his videos or anything like that because his accent is so thick. He has a really crazy like Indian scam call center accent. But yeah, I mean he's good. It's a different he's a little bit different though with the trading. It's more like momentum bursts and things like that. His scans are much different. It's relatively the same to breakouts though. The mud hut. Yeah, literally. Pretty crazy. That's funny. What's are you scanning for on your scanners? I'm scanning for stocks that have recently made a big move up. Don't think FNGR is that good. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's not the best. I mean, it looks decent. Only reason I'm really watching it is it's a pretty high ADR. Wall. Yeah, some of these bank names are setting up. You see how this runs into the declining 200 SMA and it kind of struggles here? There's only one thing on the volume scanner now. It's so boring. EVLO. Yeah, but it's a biotech. That's really good though. It's a really nice setup. Volume's really dying out. It doesn't really have much history of gaps. Like a little bit. This this one could be worth it. It's so sketchy though to trade these things. It's just so sketchy. Do you trade options on any of these, or is it just stock? Um, yeah, I trade options. It really depends on the options chain though. I do prefer shares, but Komagi does. Yeah, I mean, like you can trade them, but he's also said that it's very, very, very difficult to trade them because of the way they move. And he's falling. Yeah, randomly they'll just take absolute shits, and I don't know why. It's like every biotech for some reason. If I give you a ride in a little airplane, I would not get in a little airplane. That's really sketchy. I don't even really like the commercial airplanes. Like, bro, how the fuck is that thing flying? It's pretty sketchy. Is FNGR breaking out? I have a price alert for 605. I want to see it get above like if it gets above there, then I'm probably breaking out. So you just find a good setup on the daily chart and swing trade it? Basically, yeah. It's yeah, it's basically how it works. You just find a good sector and then find a good stock in that sector, and yeah, you just kind of trade it. This looks like AAOI kind of. Pulls up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back a bit. Kind of had a similar yeah, it was pretty similar. This is a much smaller cap, so you're not gonna get like you're not gonna have the institutions or funds with their eyes on this. This is a cheaper stock, lower volume, small cap. This is gonna be pretty much all retail. F&G are and AOI in the same sector? I don't think so. Didn't ruin include bio breakouts and trading and shares. He didn't trade breakouts. Where is that kid? I don't know where. He hasn't posted in the server in a while. Have you done deep dives on stocks from many years ago, like identifying breakouts? No, I haven't, because there's lots of people that have already done that before you, so you can just like kind of look it up. Like that's the thing with history or time, I guess. Like people have already done all the shit that you are trying to do. They've already done it all. Like if you can just find the right source, people will save you a lot of time. Like that's what I would consider the Discord, or even just like the shit I post. It's really just saving you time. Like you can go do it all on your own. But why would you do that when you can save 3 years? Is Discord free? Discord is free. The app, yeah. So building a database doesn't really matter, right? I wouldn't say it doesn't really matter. Like you can still do it. But if there's, all these people that have done it before you, and you can just look at theirs, like you might as well just learn from other people that have already done it before you, because they're gonna have a lot more info on it than you will. It'll just save you a lot of time. Have you ever thought about flying out a fan to learn directly from you? I think if they wanted to learn, they would. Everything I post, you can learn from. There's no point for them to like sit down next to me. It'd be the same thing as if I joined a call with them. His course isn't free. I don't really have a course. It's more of a community. Like, yeah, I guess there's a little bit of like some course type of stuff in there, but not really. How do you identify if a stock is a momentum leader? Volume and price. You'll see something like this, right? In the past 30 days, it's made a 400% move, and volume randomly increased. It's like here, when the volume increased and it made a 1300% move in a month. Not even. That's how you identify the leaders. But I think this sector is relatively shit. Communication services. Yeah, this is fucking horrible. But the stock itself is good. It's a smaller cap, so it doesn't really matter as much. Woke up late. What I miss? Pretty much nothing. But like logging with you for 2 days, having fun. So yeah, I guess that kind of breakup I finished almost. Yeah, I guess that's kind of like interesting. Own a rental service. See if I see trades here. Oh, why can't I see? Why does that? Do you post any trades here on live, or is it? Oh, well, this is my charting platform, so you wouldn't even be able to see me actually like place a trade. I usually talk about them like as I'm going over them, or like as I'm entering the trade, and I put the alerts up on like Twitter and stuff. What I thought was interesting is a lot of people in the Discord are starting to. It's like randomly people are really starting to just all come together and like grind. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe you guys all got like really depressed with your life or something. You're like, okay, I need to study. Do you put lovely? Yep, just like spy another sideways day impacted by. Yep, I don't blame you. Spy seasonality shows we likely get some strength late August or so. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? So boring waking up and nothing. Yeah, literally. Like this is I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like usually when the market's shit, there's still something moving. Like this is just absolute slowest I've seen it. It's been really slow the past few days. It's not bad, like who cares? We don't need to trade every day. X is all the attention. This is steal, right? Yeah. Yeah, even then it's like it's so there's just fucking nothing. That's funny. Huh. Well, there's nothing to do. You see, guys, this is probably the best because instead of scrambling for breakouts, instead of 6 stocks breaking out in the same second, and you have to figure out which one's the best to take, and you have 30 seconds to enter one. This is so much better. This is calm and easy. You don't have to do anything. But you don't make any money. That's the only downside to it. But if you just made all that money from this last rally, we're just protecting our gains. I pretty much doubled my account on Nvidia. So there's no point to really like who cares if there's no trades now? You made your money. This is the time where you protect it. And then you wait for the next rally. And then you make more. Was Nvidia the 54K trade? Yeah, that was so that was like I trimmed my position. It was like 1600 at first. There was a few trades before that though, and a few trades after that were pretty relatively good. Um, but that was only half a percent basically because I trimmed my position a little bit early at like I don't know. I just like went risk free on it. I don't even remember why. There was something where I was like skeptical of the follow through. So I was like, yeah, I'll just reduce the size, go risk free now, and then it ended up being the biggest trade or my biggest. And I was like, oh shit. Still made like a lot of money though. Thoughts on day trading? There's nothing wrong with it. Unless you're trading smart money concepts, then there's something wrong. There's something wrong with you if you're doing that. You must have a very small brain. Your brain would probably be um no larger than a chicken's brain. Doesn't everyone and their mom trade SMC? Uh, yeah, it's mostly little kids. What's wrong with smart money concepts? Um, just the fact that pretty much every US investing champion and top trader ever trades breakouts and is a trend follower, not a 1 minute Forex scalper. Came from the fact that my mom does not trade. That's funny. Yeah, smart money concepts is just it's just not very. It's just stupid. It's stupid concepts. Just leave it at that. I need to get some water. I'm gonna die soon. All right, I'm back. BVS. No setup. Oracle. It kind of broke down, but it's falling back a little bit. I don't know. It's not looking all that good now. It is slow, but the options, if you look at the options chain, it's really good. It's like NVIDIA good. That's the only thing with that. Why BVS has no setup. Okay. Um, well, if you take a look here, there's no setup. And that's about it. Basically, what you want to see is something like this. So you see this big move up, right? 100% in 2 months. Then it goes sideways. And when these go sideways, they pull to these moving averages. It's going to be the 10, 20, or the 50. Most of the time, it's going to be the 10 or the 20. And then they're going to build these tight ranges. So you're going to see these narrow candles start to form. And really what you want to see is higher lows. You want to see it just basically resisting to go any lower. It's like it just doesn't want to go lower. It wants to stay where it is, either sideways or just continue up. You want to see strength. So this would be a sign of strength, right? If we look at NVIDIA, how this was moving prior to the prior to that, you can see that this was just strong, right? And then it built this nice tight range right here. Candle started thinning out right before breakout. Pulled to the 10, breaks out. Volume comes in on breakout day a little bit. And you know, this is where the funds and institutions are putting their money. It's not in the Forex 1 minute break of frame. I don't know what that's called. It's not in the Forex smart money concept. This is what it looks like when you see, you know, institutions and funds. They're just buying these things up because they're strong stocks and their growth and they're leading. So that's basically how this works. And then you see that the candles get very, very, very thin. Very thin. And then you have a leading sector, a leading stock in that sector, and a good setup. So this is the best setup that you can possibly get. Is your Discord a reoccurring? There's two options. You can do one time or like a monthly thing. Oh, okay, I'm so dumb. I wouldn't say you're so dumb. You just haven't studied enough. Because for me, it's like I can look at the stock and identify it right away, but the only reason I can do that is because I've spent thousands of hours looking at setups. Microsoft 4 hour? I don't actually look at the 4 hour chart, but I'll look at the daily. Yeah, it's dog shit. CLS 63? No, just CLS. This is not an AMG. This is a tech sector stock. UPS drivers making 170K? Since when? How the fuck are they making 170K? Doing what? What are they delivering? Tell you what, it's not Amazon packages. Even though you don't trade SPY, could you say everything in a day a week? I do trade SPY actually sometimes. Intraday. But I couldn't really give you my thoughts on what I'm thinking for the next like day or week because I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know where this is headed. We can only react to what happens. When the 10 crosses below the 20, that's typically an indication of some sort of a downtrend, which you can see is continuing to play out. It is having this like wedge in a sense. This could pop up and come back a little bit. This could continue lower. Who knows? We just react to what happens. Do you think you can trade Forex for a living? Do you think you can trade Forex for a living? Like, do I think I could, or is it possible that people do that? Delivering gold? Oh, I was thinking something else. Yeah, yeah, they're delivering gold. Is it something I should put my time into? If you think like you're just gonna start trading Forex and that's gonna be your new job, that's not gonna happen. I tell you that much. Forex moves very slow. So if you look up like what the best investments are, or the quickest movers, you'll see that it's U.S. stocks, and it's gonna take you 5 to 10 years to build your account. It's and at least to the point to where you have enough money to where you're like you don't give a fuck about anything. It's gonna take you lots of years. Guys, stop asking for stocks. There's nothing. I mean, there's still some setups, but yeah, for the most part, there isn't really all that much. Sad reality is most of you think this is a get rich quick scheme, and most of you will give up under the slightest inconvenience. I think, I think rather than people thinking it's like a get rich quick scheme or like a get rich quick thing, I think it's just the way that's portrayed on TikTok at the moment. Is you have all these people who are trading these smart money concepts and with their funded accounts. It's like it's just not. That's just not how it works. Unfortunately, I wish there was an easier solution and a faster way to get to the desired outcome, right? The end goal. And that's pretty much the way that people sell things is they just kind of trick you. So a lot of people are sold on the idea that smart money concept, funded account, forex is the way to go because that's how you're going to make the most money the quickest and the easiest. But it's just bullshit. Because then when you actually try it out, you'll realize that it's fake and it takes a while and it's difficult. I made $39,000 day trading with 5 minutes of market open. Yeah, that's pretty much what I open my phone to almost every day. Is CLH breaking out? Celsius. No, this isn't actually on the hourly. Yeah, on the hourly, looks like it's starting to break out. But this just had earnings recently. Check CLS. Oh yeah, look at that. All these people on TikTok show they're living a lifestyle of trading, not displaying difficulty and discipline. Yeah, see, that's why I don't really post much of like the car stuff anymore. I post it like here and there, but that's not like my page isn't just like car money, rich, rich car money. It's more like here's how you do this. Like it or not, this is what works for me. I don't care if you like it because it works for me. If you decide to agree with it, follow along, it makes sense and it's helping you, then boom, you follow me. Which obviously, I think I have quite a bit of followers. So, something's obviously I'm saying something that makes sense. I did recently just post a video though, like car money, money car life rich, but I just wanted to get that perf and that SVJ vid together. Cause man, that shit is clean. Did you guys see my Instagram story of the perf? Fuck. That shit is popping. So many people liked it. Has like 1 trillion likes. The C8. At some point, people have to use their head and realize that all the best investors of all time use swing trading. It took years, but they built insane wealth. Yet they're feeding into bullshit. Well, yeah, I mean, look at the internet. Like, nowadays, 90% of people's attention span is below 15 seconds. Like, do you really think that they're going to be able to sit here for 10 years and spend the first, like, 1 to 2 years making no money? Like, fuck no. Nobody's going to do that. And then when you start making money, you have to save it. That's like the hardest impulse control of all time. CLS is totally breaking out. I have a price alert set for it. I think it would have went earlier though. You live in Riverside? Riverside's far. PTDR? Not much here. It just randomly popped on volume. Super low cap. 70 mil. It's honestly sketchy. It's that low. Okay, guys. I'm going to head out and I'm going to keep my eyes on this. I have my price alert set for like above this little hourly range. We'll see. Maybe it wants to go now. Looks like it's about to. I don't know though. Maybe I'll actually just buy a bit. CLS. Yep. There's a price alert. Okay, I'm gonna buy some. I'm not gonna buy that much. I'll buy. Okay. I bought. What did I just buy? I bought like 500 shares about. Yeah, that'll be fine. If it stops out, it stops out. Whatever. That's not much risk at all. That's like below a 1/4%. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna head out. That's pretty much all. PFE beautiful flag. Let's look at that real quick. PFE beautiful flag. On what? The 1 minute? Not even. Eyeball check. Eye doctor check. Okay. I'm gonna head out, but I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.